को देख के फिर याद आई पुरानी हमें। कल्प पहले वाले हैं ये बाबा, ये तो मिलते हैं हर संगम में। ओ एक बाबा मिले मधुबन में, शिव बाबा मिले उनके तन में। एक
Om Shanti.
आज सभी के
Om Shanti.
मन में
Thank you, Jun.
कौन याद है?
So today, in everyone's minds, who is being remembered?
हमारी मम्मा,
Both our Mama
बाबा,
and our Baba,
दोनों ही याद है,
both are remembered.
क्योंकि दोनों ने ही हमें नया जन्म दिया,
Because both have given us a new life, a new
ब्राह्मण जन्म,
birth. This Brahmin
मम्मा
life,
बाबा
Mama and
दोनों ने
Baba, both have given us this new
तो आज
birth, this Brahmin life.
आप सबकी दिल की याद लेते हुए
So today, taking everyone's
मैं वतन में
love and
पहुंची।
remembrances from the heart, I reached the subtle
ऐसी सदा
region,
के माफिक
and
बाबा मिलता है
the way
दूर से
Baba
दृष्टि देती
usually
है,
meets, giving
ऐसे
drishti from a
आज
distance, in the same
मम्मा
way,
बाबा
today
और साथ
it
में
was a meeting
हमारी
like that, but it was
5-6
Mama
बड़ी
and
दादियाँ थी,
Baba and 5 or 6
वो
of our senior
हमें दृष्टि
dadis
दे रही थी,
were
मिल रही
also
थी,
giving me drishti and meeting me
और
through
हम भी
drishti.
सभी को देख
And I too, seeing all
हर्षित
of
होते
them,
थे,
was very happy
क्योंकि
because
जैसे वह बाबा है वह मम्मा है,
just as
वैसे
there
हमारी
is
निमित्त दादियाँ
Baba and Mama in the subtle region,
वो भी
in the same way,
पालना के निमित्त है।
our senior daddies too have been
दोनों
instruments
हमको
for
बहुत
giving
भी
sustenance.
दोनों नहीं सभी जो दादियाँ
So
है वो भी
all the
और
daddies,
दोनों
not
माना
just
बाबा
the
मम्मा
two, Mama and Baba,
हमें दृष्टि बहुत
but
मीठी
all
मीठी
of
दे
them,
रहे थे,
the daddies too, were giving me very
तो
sweet
हम उसी
drishti,
दृष्टि में जैसे स्नेह में समा
and
गए थे।
I merged in that drishti, in other words, in that
फिर बाबा ने
love.
कहा
And then Baba said,
आज मम्मा का डे है तो मम्मा
today
के
is
लिए भोग
Mama's
लाई
day,
हो ना। मैंने
so
कहा
you've
नहीं
brought
बाबा,
bhog for
हम तो
Mama,
सभी
haven't
के
you?
लिए भोग
So I
लाई
said,
है।
no, Baba, I have brought
कहा
bhog
फिर भी
for
मम्मा
everyone.
से आज बनाओ।
And Baba said, yet it's for Mama today
ऐसे कहते
especially.
ही बाबा मर्ज हो गए
So saying this, Baba merged,
और
and
मम्मा और दादियाँ
Mama and the daddies
वो
remained.
सभी खड़े थे
All of them were standing,
और समाचार पूछ रहे थे।
and they were asking me news.
तो हमारे परिवार का क्या समाचार है?
So what is the news of our family?
मैंने कहा
So I said,
मम्मा परिवार का समाचार तो अच्छा है,
Mama, the news of the family is
हर
good.
एक के अंदर
In each one,
उमंग है,
there is
तो हमको
enthusiasm
बाबा के समान बनना ही
that
है
we
ना। उमंग
want to
ठीक बोला
become
मैंने,
equal to Baba.
उमंग है। और मैंने देखा
There
तो
is
अभी सेवा भी
enthusiasm,
हर एक यथाशक्ति कर रहे हैं,
and I
लेकिन
saw that
जितनी
each
बाबा
one
कहते
is doing
उतनी
service
होनी
according
चाहिए,
to their power.
लेकिन कर रहे हैं।
And
क्योंकि
yes, of
अभी
course, there should be
मम्मा को
service
सुनाया मैंने,
according to
मम्मा हमने
Baba's
आज
desire.
चक्कर लगाया
So I said to Mama, today I have been
तो
touring the
हमने
foreign
देखा
lands, and I have
कि
seen
नए नए छोटे छोटे सेंटर
that
भी
the new small
अच्छे उमंग
centers
उत्साह में
have a great deal of very good zeal and
सेवा भी कर रहे
enthusiasm.
हैं
They're doing
और स्वयं
service,
भी खुश रहते हैं।
and they themselves are
उनकी
happy.
खुशी हमको बहुत अच्छी लगी
And I was very happy seeing their happiness, the happiness of how their lives have transformed. And they say, "My Baba," they say it from deep from their hearts. They say, "My Baba," from the
मम्मा ने
heart.
कहा
And Mama said
कि देखो
that, look,
अभी बाबा ने ही सुना दिया है
now Baba has shared
कि आपकी जो लास्ट शाखाएं है
that your last
झाड़ में अपने को
branch,
देखो
see yourself in the tree.
बाबा ने क्या टाइटल दिया
What
आपको
title has Baba given you?
पूज्य भी हो और
You are
पूर्वज
worship
भी।
worthy as well as the ancestors.
जब पूज्य और पूर्वज हो
As you are worthy of worship
आखिर
and
तो
ancestors,
जो पीछे की शाखाएं हैं
then
उन्हों को भी
those
तो
last little branches
परिचय मिलना है ना
have
उन्हों
to
को भी
receive
वर्षा तो देना है ना
the introduction to God. They too have
मम्मा
to
ने
receive an inheritance. And Mama
हम
said
भी देखते रहते हैं
that we too are
सेवा कैसी
seeing
चलती है
how service is
और
happening,
सेवा करते भी हैं
and we too are doing
मैंने
service.
कहा मम्मा
And I said, Mama,
दादियाँ भी थी
the
मुस्कुरा
daddies
रही
were
थी
also there, they were smiling.
मैंने कहा मम्मा
And I said,
आप
Mama,
सर्विस कैसे करते
how do you do service?
तो मम्मा ने कहा
Mama said,
देखो
look,
हमारे में आत्मा में संस्कार जो है ना
in
वो
we
सेवा
souls,
का
there are
जैसे इस
sanskars
जन्म के आद
of
से पड़ा हुआ
service
था
which have been there
जब
from the
ब्राह्मण जन्म
beginning
था
of service,
तो वो
the
संस्कार
beginning of their Brahmin life. And
जैसे
so
देखो
those
अभी
sanskars,
आप लोगों को भी
as you
अनुभव है
see now,
कि
all of you
संस्कार
have
जो
the
होता है वो
experience
ऑटोमेटिक
that
काम करता है
sanskars work automatically.
जैसे आप लोग भी कहते हो ना
Just as all of
मम्मा
you
हमारी
say,
गलती नहीं है
Mama,
लेकिन
it is
मेरा
not
संस्कार
my
है ऐसे
mistake,
करके
but
चला
I
गया
have this sanskar, and so
तो
you
हमारे
are slack
संस्कार
in
जो
this
है
way, you let yourself go in this way.
वो सेवा और
So
ज्ञान
Mama said, our sanskars are of service
हमारे
and
नेचुरल संस्कार
remembrance.
हो गए
They have become our
तो
natural
नेचुरल
sanskars.
संस्कार भले कहाँ भी जन्म हो
So then it doesn't matter
लेकिन
where one's
संस्कार
birth takes place,
वो काम
but
जरूर करते
those
हैं
sanskars will
जैसे
definitely
मम्मा ने कहा
work.
कई बच्चे
So Mama
जब कोई
said,
ऐसी भूलें हो जाती है
some
ना तो
children,
क्या
when they
कहते
make
थे
some mistake, what
मम्मा
do they
हमारे
say?
अगले जन्म
What
के
did they used to
संस्कार
say?
है अभी
Mama,
नहीं है अभी तो
these
हम
are our sanskars of a previous
तो
birth.
अगले
They are
जन्म
not
के
from now.
संस्कार भी
We are
काम करते
definitely
हैं
going to
ना
change this. And
ऐसे
so the
हमारे भी
sanskars of
जो ये दो
previous
संस्कार
lives
है ना
are
याद
still
का
working. So
और सेवा का
the sanskars of
ये
remembrance and
हमारा
service
ऑटोमेटिक चलता है कैसे मैंने
automatically
कहा मम्मा
worक.
अभी तो जन्म
And
ही नया
so
हो गया
we say,
तो
Mama,
मम्मा ने कहा
this is our
4
new
बजे
life. And Mama
हम
said,
ऑटोमेटिक
4
बाबा
o'clock in
के
the
पास
morning,
पहुंचते हैं
we
जो भी
automatically
हम
reach
सेवादारी
Baba.
है
All of
वो
us
4 बजे बाबा
who are
के पास
servers,
पहुंचते
4
हैं
o'clock in
और
the
चक्कर
morning,
भी
we
कभी
reach
लगाते हैं
Baba. And we sometimes
जो सभी
even
सेवा
go
केंद्र
on
है
tour.
उसमें चक्कर भी लगाते
We
हैं
go on tour of the service places, the service centers.
चक्कर लगाते हैं तो हमने कहा
So
मम्मा
as we tour, I
आपने
said,
क्या देखा
Mama,
चक्कर
what do you
लगाते हैं
see when you
आपने
go
क्या
on tour?
देखा
What are you seeing?
तो मम्मा ने कहा
Then Mama said
कि है 2 प्रकार के बच्चे हैं
that there are 2 types of children.
कोई तो लगन में मगन रहते हैं और कोई
Some
मगन
stay
रहने में
intoxicated
अभ्यास करते रहते हैं
in deep love, and there are some who are
बीच बीच
making
में
who are
थोड़ा
practicing
सा नीचे आते हैं
the
ना तो फिर
stage
ऊपर
of
चढ़ने की कोशिश
remaining
करते हैं
lost. Some make effort
लेकिन
to
मैंने
go
देखा
up above, and
सभी बच्चे
Yet I saw
बाबा मेरा बाबा जो कहते
that
हैं ना,
all the children, when they say my Baba, they say it from the heart, very
और
much
मेरा
from
बाबा
the
कहने
heart.
से
And by saying
उनकी
my Baba,
शक्ल में फर्क पड़ जाता है।
their faces are different. There's a difference in their faces. And then the daddies who have gone into the advance party,
उन्होंने कहा,
they said,
गुलजार बहन,
Gulzar Ben,
आपको हम क्या सुने?
what can
हम
we
इतना
tell you?
चक्कर लगाते हैं,
We
तो
tour
सागर में
around
इतना
so
नहा ही नहीं
much
सके।
that we were not able to do as much touring
अभी
in our
तो हम
Sakar
फ्री हैं
days. Now we are free,
और 4 बजे
and 4
हमको
o'clock
कोई
in the
देखता ही
morning,
नहीं।
nobody sees us.
तो बाबा ने हमारा ये टाइम मुकर्रर
And
किया
so
है।
Baba has fixed that
मम्मा ने
time
कहा,
for
ये
us.
जैसे आप योग में बैठते हो
So
ना, तो
Mama
हमारा
said,
भी टाइम
just
फिक्स
as
है।
you sit in yoga at that time, it's
हम
a
सेवा
fixed
करते
time
हैं,
for us too. We do
क्योंकि
service
हम सबको मिलकर
because
सेवा करनी।
we have to do service all
ऐसे
together.
कहते
Saying this, Mama
हमको पहाड़ी पर ले चली, जहाँ बाबा भी
took
ले
me
चलते हैं ना,
to
लाइट की
the
पहाड़ी।
mountain, just as Baba takes me to a
वहाँ
mountain
मम्मा
of
और
light.
दादियाँ
So there, Mama and the daddies took me.
तो वहाँ ले चले।
They took
जैसे
me,
ही हम वहाँ पहुँचे
and as
पहाड़ी
we
पर,
reached there on the mountain,
पहाड़ी पर तो लिफ्ट की जरूरत नहीं है ना,
and
बात
on the
ऐसे ही
mountain
है,
there
शरीर
isn't a
बन
need
चले
to have a lift, but one
शरीर
becomes
बना,
bodiless.
शरीर नहीं छूटता है,
It doesn't mean that
लेकिन
we leave the
अशरीरी
body,
स्टेज
but
है।
the stage is the bodiless stage.
तो हम क्या देखा
So what I saw,
कि मम्मा
that
और सब
Mama
दादियाँ
and all the daddies,
जैसे ही पहाड़ी पर पहुँचे
as
तो
all of
ये
us reached
इनों
the
की
mountain,
बदल गया, रूप बदल गया।
their forms
क्या
changed.
रूप बदल गया मम्मा?
How did their form changed?
एकदम जगदम्बा के
Mama
रूप में,
really became the form of
एक तो
Jagadamba,
ताज
World
सभी
Mother.
के लाइट चमक रहा
And
था, लाइट का
first there was this
हल्की
crown
गोल्डन
of
लाइट
light shining.
और
It's a
थोड़ी
very
सी
light golden
उसमें
light.
चमक,
And there was a shine.
लाइट में चमक थी ताज में।
So it was a
और
crown
2
of
नैनों से
light golden light.
लाइट
It's
निकलती,
golden, but
लाइट
not yellow gold. In
किरणें
other words,
निकल
it was a
रही थी,
light
जैसे लाइट
type of
हाउस की
golden,
लाइट निकलती
and
है ना
there was
दूर तक,
light coming from it,
ऐसे
from the crown,
दोनों
like the
नैनों से
lighthouse
2 लाइट
light.
निकल रही थी।
And it was light
और
coming
मम्मा
from
बिल्कुल
both the
ऐसे
eyes,
जैसे
and
साक्षात्कार की
Mama
मूर्त बन गई।
absolutely
और
looked
दादियाँ
like
भी
the
भिन्न
image
भिन्न
that
देवियों के
grants
रूप में
visions, and the daddies
बन गई
were
और उन्हों के
like
भी
different
ताज और 2 नैनों
deities,
से
and all of
लाइट
them
निकल रही थी।
had the
ऐसा
crown
हो गया
and
जैसे
eyes from
देवियों की
which
सभा हो
light
गई, दादियों
was
की बजाय मम्मा के बजाय
radiating.
देवियों की सभा हो
And
गई।
so instead of seeing
और
them
उसके
as
बाद
Mama
मैंने
and the
क्या
daddies,
देखा,
it became a
जैसे ही इनों
gathering
की
of
शक्लें बदल गई,
deities.
नजारा बदल गया।
And so their faces
ऐसे ही
changed, their,
पहाड़ी थी,
their
उसके
look
नीचे
completely changed.
भगत लोग जो
And
है
at the bottom of the
वो
mountain,
माँ माँ
there were
माँ,
bhagats,
मेरी
devotees,
माँ
calling
मेरी
out,
माँ,
"Oh Ma, oh
शांति
Mother,
मिल रही है,
my Mother."
शक्ति मिल रही
And they're
है,
receiving
बहुत आनंद आ
peace
रहा
and
है।
power and
ऐसे नीचे से
feeling
देख
the
के ये
experience of
संगत
a lot of
और वो
bliss.
बोल
And
रहे थे
seeing this vision, they were
ये सीन
saying
थी।
this. This was the scene.
तो मम्मा ने कहा,
Then Mama said,
तो देखो अभी सभी को
"Look
कहो,
and
तो
say
कहना
to
मेरे
everyone
तरफ
now,
से,
tell them on
तो
my
अभी
behalf
आप भी
that
ये
now
सेवा करो।
you also have to do
बैठते
this
हो,
service.
तभी लाइट रूप होके
When you
बैठो
sit,
और
that is, sit in meditation, sit in the form of light, so that from your forehead and from your eyes, light rays come. Just like the rays of the sun reach us, in the same way, the rays of light from your eyes and your forehead would then reach the bhagats, the devotees. And those devotees have been crying out for half a cycle and they have not received anything. But when you give sakash, this light and might in this way, then even for a short time, they will definitely experience happiness. And Mama saw that as they received light, the bhagats who were unhappy, sad, their faces began to change, and calling out these words of Ma, they were receiving this sakash from the deities, from the dadis as the deities. And so their faces then started to reflect happiness. There was this air of happiness visible on their faces. And then the scene changed. And then Mama, as we knew her in the form of Mama, became that form again. And the dadis also, as they were, as the dadis. And then in Baba's room, Madhuban Baba's room, it was the scene of Mama sitting on a gadi, and all the dadis were sitting with her. And then Mama said, on my behalf, say to each and every child, give my remembrances to each and every child. And how will you give them remembrances? And I said, I will give it the way you tell me exactly. So Baba said, Mama, now look, don't give remembrances just in words, just like that, but say to each and every child, what does a mother want from her child? Listen to that. Each one is obedient to their mother. Each one has love for their mother. So Mama said, say that Mama is saying to each and every child, my sweet child, my beloved child. And in front of Mama, it was as if all the children were emerged in front of her. And Mama said, accept one thing from Mama, that whatever Baba is saying, have a determined thought about that. Not an ordinary thought that I will see maybe. These are ordinary thoughts. But the determined thought is that you have the thought and you do it. That is called a determined thought. Then Mama said, from the mother, today especially, Mama is keeping each of the children in front of her vision, in her eyes, and is giving the blessing. May you be a fast effort maker. May you have determined thought. So, as Mama said, as you are celebrating Mama's Day, what gift should Mama give? In this way, Mama said, in this way, have a determined thought. May you have determined thought. The time for ordinary thoughts has now gone.
यहाँ रहते हुए
And now,
पाठ बजाते हुए
for
एडवांस पार्टी का
us too, who are staying here as the advanced party,
यही कहेंगे आपको
would still say to all of you
एडवांस
that
ग्रुप हो
all of you
हम
are
एडवांस पार्टी में
the
है
advanced group. We are in the advanced party, and you are in the advanced group. That means that you have to open the door of liberation and liberation in life with Baba. So you are of the advanced group. Do this work of determined thought. If there is some mistake, then today the mother and Mama did this with her hand as if she's giving blessings that have determined thought. And don't speak in the future tense that I will do it, I will see how, but she said, I have to do it. So Mama emphasized this, that I have to do it. So she said this. Then Baba emerged in the room. Everyone was sitting with Mama, as you heard, and Baba emerged on the gadi. And Baba said, you're celebrating with Mama. Mama is Baba's companion. She has stayed as Baba's companion. She is Baba's companion. And she will continue to play her part with Baba. And then the Dadis and Mama, Baba embraced them, all of them. He took all of them into his arms, and they all merged in Baba's love in his arms, like as if they became bodiless. So Baba embraced Mama also. And Baba saw how all the children were very happy that today is Mama's day, and that we are going to meet Mama in the subtle region, and that we are going to offer bhog to Mama. And the children have been saying Mama, Mama through the day. And so Baba said, on my behalf, give all the children a lot of love and remembrances. And I said, Baba, how should I do this? Should I just give it in words that Baba gave love and remembrances? And Baba said, no, not just in words, but say to each one that Baba is taking you into his embrace, taking you into his arms. So see, this is London, isn't it? London is loved by Baba and Mama. Mama, Baba haven't seen the foreign lands, but they're able to emerge that. And so each and every child, Baba said, on my behalf, and Mama also said, on my behalf, give them a hug, give them an embrace in Mama and Baba's arms, because they are beloved children. You are Baba's beloved children, Mama and Baba's beloved children. So this was the scene of Mama and Baba and the Dadis. And so Baba merged all of them in himself. And I saw in the subtle region today, the decoration was so beautiful that everywhere there were flowers of light. There were lotus flowers of light. There were roses of light, and then there were some flowers which Baba especially likes. And so petals everywhere filled with light, just as we use stars. In Christmas lights, you have a string of lights. So all over the place, there were these strings of light. And so I forgot everything seeing those. And then I offered bhog to Mammai and Baba. And so then Baba, she said, I forgot to say this in between, that Baba had accepted bhog and had given everyone a hug. And the decoration was very beautiful. It was extraordinary. It was different from usual. And from all four directions, there were the vibrations from all the centers that everyone was flying in happiness. Everyone was flying in their happiness. So all of you are also flying in happiness, aren't you? That it is Mama's bhog, that she is World Mother. She is the one who has bestowed life. And so Mama also said, with a lot of love, give a hug to each one with a lot of love. To the brothers, a handshake. But Mama and Baba, their form was worth seeing. You know how there's so much love that emerges in a mother in front of the children, and how the mother and father's faces are when the children are in front of them. So yes, that it can be out of attachment, but this was out of soul conscious love. And yes, Mama and Baba have love for everyone, and their faces reflected this. It was their faces were so beautiful. It's like you felt like just keeping seeing them. And Dadi offered bhog to them, and Baba first accepted it. And Baba said, today I am not going to accept bhog first. It will be Mama who will eat bhog first. And then all the Dadis and Baba, they first fed Mama the bhog. And then Mama gave bhog to Baba. And then they all fed one another. And Baba said, bhog too has been bhog too has been prepared with a lot of love, offered with a lot of love, and everyone's fragrance of love is in the bhog. So I don't know who, she's saying, yes, Sansavan is sitting here, the one who prepared the bhog. But Baba said there's a very lovely fragrance of love coming from the bhog. And yes, it's the love of the one who prepared it, but of course everybody's love, because each one was remembering that it is Mama's bhog today. And so Baba praised the bhog as well. Okay? Everyone received Baba and Mama's love. So of course we have to give our response of love too. So now remove this future tense of I will do, but I have to do now. Not just this time, but one time Baba had said, children are so clever that they reassure Baba, Baba, don't worry, we'll be ready on time, don't worry, Baba. So they reassure Baba in this way. But Baba says, do what you think in a second. This is what Baba says is fast effort. And Baba says, the time now is very delicate, very sensitive time. and situations will become worse.
ऐसे टाइम पर
They're bound to become worse. And in such times, in a second,
डगमग न करो,
don't let your stage fluctuate, but be
सेकंड में
let your stage be unshakable, so that in a second you can
स्टॉप एक सेकंड
put
में
a full stop.
बाबा ने कहा था।
Full stop in a second and accumulate stock. Stock meaning power. So, what is it that Baba wants now? What is it that Mama wants now? In a second, for us to have ruling power. In a second, to have controlling power. In fact, we will not have so much time that we can make effort and put ourselves right, but everything in a second. This is why Baba called us the fast effort maker group. So I should say to Baba on your behalf, shouldn't I, that Baba, London souls are fast effort makers. Should I say this to Baba? Raise your hands. Should I say this to Baba? That London, what I saw in London is that everyone is a fast effort maker. Not ordinary effort makers. So, leave behind slack effort or ordinary effort here. As you go out from here, think to yourself, who am I? A fast effort maker. Oh yes, now Dadi's seeing on the balconies, everyone is sitting there. And Gemini Ben is saying, Dadi, that there are people sitting in the conference hall. In fact, the conference hall has also become full. So, brother, this is London. She's saying, brother, this is London. London is Baba's heart. But now, no name or trace of problems. Is it like that? Will it be like that? Because we have to make it like that. At that time, we won't be able to do anything. Baba is saying that we're going to see how day by day things are going to become extreme, and then the end will come. If things don't reach their extreme, how will the end come? So you heard about this scene with Mama, but I remember from the beginning of being with Mama, and as Jayantiben was sharing the things of Kunj Bhavan, she saw Kunj Bhavan when she went to Pakistan just recently. Mama used to stay on the 3rd floor of Kunj Bhavan, and all of us stayed downstairs. And we saw how Mama used to awaken at 2:30 in the morning, and we used to think Mama used to wake up so early. What do you do, Mama, at that time? And Mama said, I call souls and I give them power. I say, Mama, how do you call souls? We were so young at that time, and we didn't have so much understanding of yoga. And we used to ask Mama, how do you call souls? And Mama, from the beginning, paid a lot of attention on the practice of yoga. And this is how Mama became Mama. And this was the speciality of Baba and Mama. And whatever Baba said, Mama, we would ask Mama, and the ones who came after us also ask, how did Mama become Mama? The time Mama came, there were many other older dadis, but they didn't become Mama. But this Kumari became Mama. So everyone used to ask, Mama, how did you become Mama? And Mama would say,
मम्मा बनने की आधी लाइन का जवाब है।
She said, my
वो आधी
response
लाइन
is
कौन सी?
just of half a
बाबा
sentence
ने कहा
of how she
और
became
मैंने
Mama.
किया।
She said,
कहा
Baba would say
और किया।
and I would do.
दो
Baba
शब्द
would
है
say and I
और
would do.
वैसे आधी लाइन।
Kaha,
इससे
said,
मैं बन गई
and I did. Kiya.
और हम
In
भी
this
देखते
way,
थे
I
इसी
became
foreshadowing
Mama.
से
And
मम्मा
we too
मम्मा
saw
बन।
that it was with this
और मम्मा
effort
की
Mama
एक
became
विशेषता ये
Mama.
थी
And Mama's one
कभी
speciality
किसको
was
पुरुषार्थ हीन होने नहीं देती।
she never allowed anyone
पुरुषार्थ
to
में उमंग जैसे कोई सुने
become
ना आके
disheartened
घटती
in
अपनी
effort,
तो
just as some
समझते
would
हैं
come
नहीं ये
and tell
ऐसी
of
है
their mistakes.
बैठ जाता है ना
And,
भाई इसकी
yes,
नेचर
it
ऐसी
could
है।
be that when you've
मम्मा
told
कभी
someone
भी
something,
उस
then
नेचर
it would
से नहीं।
stay in that person's intellect
मम्मा
that,
क्या
yes, this one
करती
is
थी
like
उमंग
this.
दिलाने
But
के लिए
Mama never
मम्मा
kept
की
anything in her
शिक्षा
intellect like
देने
that,
का तरीका
yet
क्या था।
she would give enthusiasm to
मानो कोई
souls,
ने हम लोग भी
enthuse
तो
them.
ज्यादा थे संगठन
And
था ना
yes, we were a big gathering.
तो कोई ने कोई की रिपोर्ट
If
दी मम्मा
someone
को
gave a
और
report
किसको
about
देंगे
somebody
मम्मा को
else to
देंगे
Mama, and who would they give it to
तो मम्मा
except Mama?
के पास
And so the report
मम्मा ने
reached
उसको
Mama,
बुलाया
and Mama would call
कोई
that
करेक्ट तो
soul,
करेंगी
because of course Mama has to correct
और
the
उसको
soul.
शिक्षा तो देंगी
She would have to give
लेकिन
teachings to
मम्मा
that
क्या
soul.
करती थी
But what Mama used to do,
हर एक मनुष्य में कोई ना कोई विशेषता जरूर होती
each human soul
कैसा
has
भी हो
one or other
लेकिन
speciality.
विशेषता
Doesn't matter
एक
what they are
जरूर होती
like,
है
but they definitely have
तो मम्मा
one
क्या करती
speciality.
थी
So what Mama used to do,
पहले उसको ये नहीं सुनाती थी
first,
तुमने
she
ऐसा
would not
किया ऐसा
say,
किया
you
ऐसा
did this, you did that, you
नहीं
shouldn't
उसकी
do that.
विशेषता पहले
But
वर्णन
first,
करती थी
Mama would speak about that soul's
तुम तो
specialities.
ऐसी हो तुम
That
तो
you're so
ऐसी हो
good,
तुम
you're
तो
like
ये भी
this,
कर
you're
सकती हो
able to
ये
do
भी कर
this, you
सकती
can
हो
do
ऐसे
that.
महिमा करके
Mama would praise
फिर
them a
कहती
great
थी
deal. And then
कितने
Mama
तुम्हारे
would
में
very
विशेषता
gently
है
say, you have so
बाकी
many
एक छोटी सी
specialities,
कोई गलती
but
उसके
just this
आगे
one
क्या
little mistake.
ये
What is
बस
that little
ये
mistake in front
छोटी
of
सी
all of
गलती है ना
those
इसको तो
good
मिटा
qualities?
दिया अभी मिटा
You
दिया
can
अभी
end
मिटा
that.
दिया
You
मिट
can
गई ना
finish
मिट
it.
गई ना
It's
ऐसे
finished,
करके
isn't it? It's gone, isn't
उसको
it?
खुश करके
And
भेज
so she would make that soul really
हिम्मत
happy
दिला
and
के
send them
भेजती
off. She would give them courage and send
तुम्हारे
them.
में ये है ये है
She
ये
would
है
say, you
मम्मा
have
की
this, you have
तीन
that,
चार
so
बातें
many
सुना
good things,
देती थी
3 or 4
मम्मा
things
तो
Mama
देती
would
थी ना
emphasize about that soul that were good
तो
points.
मम्मा उत्साह दिला के
So
भेजती थी
Mama would
ऐसे
enthuse
नहीं
them
मम्मा
and
के
send them
साथ रो
off.
के जावे
Not that they would then
कि
leave Mama
पश्चाताप करती
crying
जाए मम्मा
or
मेरी
fill
ऐसी
them with
मेरी
regrets and send them off in tears. No,
तो
not
ये
like that
मम्मा
at
की
all.
एक
So
विशेषता थी
this
और मम्मा
was
की ड्यूटी
one of
होती थी
Mama's specialities, and
रात्रि
it
को
was Mama's duty.
पाकिस्तान की बात है
This is in the days of
रात्रि को
Pakistan.
जो भी
At
हम रहते
night,
थे ना सब
all of
बैठते
us
थे
who were staying there
रोज
with Mama, we would all
और
sit
उसमें क्या पूछती थी
with
मम्मा
Mama, and what Mama would ask
एक
us,
किसने गलती की
one, has
संगठन था
anyone made a mistake?
तो
It
वो
was
जो
in a
करने
gathering
वाली
that
है
we
वो
would
खुद
sit
ही
with
हाथ
Mama,
उठा के
and the one who has
बोले
made a mistake should themselves
अगर
raise their
मानो
hand
किसके पास
and speak of their mistake
हम बहनों में भाइयों
and
में
say, for
किसके
example,
पास किसकी भूल
amongst us
देखी हुई
sisters
है
or brothers,
तो
if
वो
anyone had seen the mistake
शिकनपोशी
of
है ना
another,
जब
then their
वो
face would
बोलने का
reveal it.
चांस नहीं मिलता है ना
Because if they didn't
तो वो
have a chance to
बोलने
speak
वाली
about it,
जिसके दिल में कुछ है ना
it's like
उसकी
if there's
शिकल
something in
बोलती
your
है ऐसे
heart
ऐसे
that you've
होती
seen
है
of someone
तो
else,
मम्मा
then your
देखती
face
थी
would
कुछ
show
है
it. And so
कुछ
Mama
है
would see that yes, there
तो
is
फिर मम्मा
something.
कहती थी जिसने
Then Mama
देखा
would
और
say,
सुना ना वो भी
okay,
सुनाओ
those who have seen
फिर वो
someone else
सुनाती थी
make a mistake,
और
they
उसके
should speak
ऊपर
about
मम्मा
it.
सिखा देती
And
थी
so we
अच्छा
would tell Mama, and then
किया ना
Mama would give
अच्छा
teachings on that.
किया अभी
Mama
किया
would say,
पूरा हुआ
okay, you've done
तुम्हारे
it,
में जो
it's over
विशेषता
now.
है ना उसको बढ़ाओ इसको
Now
पूरा
just
करो
increase the speciality
तुमको
that's
बनना
there
है ना
within you. After all, you have
सतयुग
to
में क्या
become
बनना
this.
है ऐसी बातें
After all, you want
सुनाती
to
थी
become this,
जो
don't you?
उसको फील भी नहीं
What do
हो
you want to
और
become
इशारा
in
भी नहीं
Golden Age? So she would say in
तो
such a
क्या
way
होता
that
था
nobody
मम्मा
would
से
feel
जिगरी प्यार सबका होता था
anything
क्यों
of
कि मम्मा
unhappiness,
किसको टोक
And they felt so much love for Mama. Why? Because Mama never taunted anyone or told anyone in such a way that anyone would be aggravated. Because this is what happens here now, where distance is created. But everyone had such deep love for Mama that if their report went to Mama, nobody was afraid, because Mama was loved by everyone. And this is why Baba also says, okay, you can give teachings. Yes, teachings have to be given. Baba says, with teachings, give sneh, the spiritual love, in such a way that they're able to accept those teachings. Don't just say, you are like this, you are like that, you do this, you do that, you not like that. But tell them about their strengths. Give them love, give them cooperation, and then tell them what needs to be put right, and they will not feel it. So praise them, because each one has a speciality at least. You will probably know your speciality. It's not that you come into ego of your speciality. Don't do that. But each one has a speciality. You have become a Brahma Kumar or a Brahma Kumari on the basis of your speciality. Whether it's the speciality of faith, whether it's the speciality of love, whether it's the speciality of giving cooperation. There are some who have the speciality of their service through action, that everybody has love for them. And Baba said that he has love for his very last child. And why he has love, Baba sees the speciality of that one, because he sees that this is the last soul and is able to have less dharana. But Baba sees that the soul has one speciality, and that is that the great souls, the prime ministers, the learned, the scholars, they did not recognize Baba in his ordinary form. But this child has recognized Baba. To know Baba has come in this ordinary body is a speciality in itself. So Baba has love for even the very last child. So for all of us too, each one of us should see the speciality of the other, and the mistake that may be there. What is that in front of the speciality? And this is what Mama used to do, that what is the little mistake in front of that speciality? And so in this way, Mama would enable them to change. So we all have to go together as a family, don't we? We're not going to be left behind or leave anyone behind. And yes, everyone makes some or other mistake, but with love, with cooperation, with each other's cooperation, we have to move forward. Would we leave our own brothers and sisters behind? Baba will take us all together, won't he? We'll all go together with Baba, won't we? We're not going to go as a procession. She said something that I missed. We'll all move together to have the hand of Srimat, hold the hand of Srimat, Baba's hand of Srimat. If Baba says something and we don't do it, it's Mama's example. One time what happened, the poster of the tree had been printed and it had just come. And Baba had the enthusiasm that it should be sent to big people. And if we were to do that, there were not enough of these posters, and some they're handmade, and even the picture of the cycle was handmade. And Baba said, at night, trace these big posters and to send them in the morning to the big places like the London offices. In the morning, you have to post them. And Mama said, Baba has said we have to do this. And so we were just little. We would say, Mama, Baba is an ocean. And yes, of course, there'd be the waves of the ocean. Mama, why don't we just do it when we wake up in the morning? And Mama said, no, that's not possible. It won't be possible to sleep. For Mama, if you want to sleep, you go ahead and sleep. So then how could we sleep if Mama was going to stay awake? So Mama came to the table first to do the work. So whatever task Baba gave, it was Mama who would do it first. And Mama was also very economical. I'm going to share a joke with you. When we used to cut vegetables, what was there in the vegetables? There'd be sometimes small leaves, and to pick out all of those takes time. And so what some sisters used to do, they used to throw away the small leaves. They take the big leaves and chop those, and Mama would come. Mama knew that some had this habit. Mama would come in between of this cleaning of vegetables, and she would see who has taken out the small leaves, and Mama would say, all those stems that you've thrown to the floor, now collect them and put them on the table. And then Mama would say, look, this is loss for the yagya. These little leaves could go in someone's stomach and you've thrown them away. Isn't it good that we have economy of the yagya? So Mama would have them pick up those stems and take those into use as well. And so Mama would say, look, this is 3 people's food that you've thrown away. So Mama taught us economy in this way. She said there has to be economy in the yagya. So Mama's attention was on yoga. Complete attention was on yoga. So now we do things in an ordinary way. Sometimes we battle, sometimes we have yoga. It happens. But this habit can deceive you in crucial times. And so even if you're busy, even whilst busy, there are some things in some tasks in which you can use your mind, and at that time you can test this for yourselves, that whilst doing karma yoga, am I able to use my mind in remembrance? Trial that, because there will come such a time that you will not have that space to sit in yoga. You will not have the time to sit in yoga. So then check your ruling power and controlling power. Baba says, apply a point. If a pencil were to drop on a piece of paper, even then a point would be made. And so it should be so easy for you to stop your mind. For this, Baba once said, stop and stock. Check both. First, check your stock, do you have the stock of powers, then you'd be able to apply the stop, the full stop. So in this way, we saw Mama. Mama's words were very sweet. In the beginning, when all the opposition was there, things of upheaval in the beginning. In the beginning, it was like we had to encourage souls to know us, to come into contact with us, and now they come onto our stage, and now people say to us, why do you bring impure souls on your stage? And so before we used to speak about destruction, and now they're asking us, when is destruction going to happen? So now you hold programs, and so many come, even news centers, and yet so many come. So of course we see the difference, and so there should be a difference in us also. That difference in us should be that of the intoxication of yoga. Intoxication means the enjoyment, the pleasure, that sort of intoxication of yoga. Where will we go? There won't be trains operating, planes that haven't operated recently. But we can do everything with the power of yoga. With the drishti of yoga. We can do service with the mind. So this is why the specialities of Mama, as you heard, Mama used to wake up at 2:30 in the morning. And now I've also understood how to give power to any spirit, any soul. Invoke that soul in front of you and give them drishti, give them power. So now we've understood this. So now what are we going to leave behind? Slack effort. No longer slack efforts. But we have to do. We have to do. Not in the future sometime. No. Have determined thought. Go with determined thought. Because we have to give Mama some gift, don't we? So give this gift to Mama today. That is, I will do in the future, leave that behind, give that back, give that to Mama. As Mama has said, may you be fast effort makers. Okay, do you like that? And I'm sure everyone will say you like it.
पसंद है ना सबको हाँ दादी ने कहा यहाँ गे छोड़ के जाना तीव्र पुरुषार्थी और दृढ़ता.
Dadi said, leave behind this future tense that we will do and be fast effort makers. On behalf of all of you, we say thanks to our sweetest Dadi, beloved Dadi. Thanks is a very small word, but really from the heart. There are about 300 sitting in the conference hall and everyone sitting here. With so much love you've shared with us, you've sustained us with so much love. In the last 2 weeks, Dadi has been on tour. Last weekend we were in Oxford, the whole UK family were together. And so, London too, so many have come from all over the place to give thanks to you, Dadi. So yes, much appreciated. So thanks to Baba, she's saying, who has made the soul an instrument.